Yes, we are good to go. Sergeant at Arms, you can start.
Anusha.
Sai is present. Sai is present.
Please start the meeting, Anusha.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Anusha, and then I will be your Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I want to welcome you all to the joint meeting of Dilsukhnagar Toastmasters and Secunderabad Toastmasters Club. First, keep your phones in silent mode. I want to note that this meeting is being recorded, and then the meeting link, when in the meeting recording will be shared with the members for their self-review and self-reflections. There are 3 housekeeping rules when it comes to the meeting. The first one, refrain from talking about sex, religion, and politics. Please put yourself on mute when you are not speaking. When you are leaving the meeting, keep your video off. Thank you everyone for coming to our meeting today. Have a great meeting. I would like to give a warm welcome to our presiding officers, Toastmaster Senthil and Toastmaster Rajeev. Toastmaster Senthil and Toastmaster Rajeev, here's to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anusha. Let us give a great round of applause to Toastmaster Anusha for Sergeant at Arms. Thank you. To start with, for the benefit of the guest, let me share the background of Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an international non-profit organization that teaches public speaking. That teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. The organization members exceed 3 lakh plus in more than 15,800 clubs in 149 countries. Since 1924, Toastmaster International has helped people from diversified backgrounds to become confident speaker, communicator, and leader. So, as the general mission of the club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills in a greater self-confidence and to improve their self-confidence and personal growth. The flow of the meeting for today will be prepared speeches followed by evaluation and table topic session. Let me introduce the guest in the room. Guest Vinay. Can you introduce yourself? How do you...
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I can't hear you. Hello.
No, you are not audible. Okay.
Hello.
Can you speak a little loud?
Am I Hello.
No. Okay, we'll check your connection. Toastmasters.
Yeah, in the meantime, you can go to some other guest. You can introduce him the last.
Yeah. Guest Santosh, can you introduce yourself?
Yep. Good morning, Toastmasters. The Toastmasters is relatively not new to me. I've been a member since 2018 in part of a Delhi community club, and I have stopped my journey in between, and I have started my journey at my B school. And again, I want to resume my journey at Toastmasters to improve my communications. Looking forward to learning from you all.
Great. Thank you. Guest Esther, can you introduce yourself?
Yes. One second.
Hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Esther Diana, and I am by profession. By profession, I'm a soft skills trainer. So here I'm looking forward to the leadership program, the trainings that we have. So this is about me, and I stay at Kottapet. And since I have a young baby, so all my hobbies, interests, everything have changed to just taking care of the baby, playing with him, and in my free time. And this is what I do. And yeah, if not, I enjoy playing keyboard, and I really love to write some books or some sort of writing. I really love to do writings. I've read a lot of books, and I'm still I love reading books. Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you. You are in the right platform to develop your leadership qualities.
Thank you, Senthil. Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Navnith, for giving me. I just called up out of the blue. I just got to know recently about Toastmasters. I called up Navnith. That was the number that was given on the website for us. So I was just like called up, and then Navnith had actually given me almost an hour-long introduction about Toastmasters. I wasn't expecting that, but it was very nice. It was quite insightful, and almost everything was covered about communication, about speaking, about the part of soft skills and everything. So I really felt very good. I thought, okay, let me actually go ahead and then take it up. So this is how I'm here today, and I'm really happy about it.
Yeah, we are also happy for it.
Thank you.
Just Altaf.
Hi, good morning everyone. This is Altaf here. So I'm basically from Hyderabad, from Ambape. So basically, my CEO has referred me to you guys to join Toastmasters to get improved in the communication skills and about the leadership skills. So that's how I came in. So I'm looking forward to grow more with you guys. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, Shalini, introduce yourself.
Hello, good morning all. Hi. So I have joined to Toastmaster. I've got to know about Toastmaster recently, about 1 month back, and I joined here to improve my public speaking skills and communication skills. Currently, I'm pursuing chartered accountancy. So thank you. Thank you, Navnith, for introducing me here.
Thank you. Thank you all. With this, let me hand over my virtual stage to the young and energetic Toastmaster Rajeev, the presiding officer of Secunderabad Toastmasters Club.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmasters Sandil. So, hi friends, I'm Rajeev, the president of Secunderabad Toastmasters, and I welcome you all on this bright Sunday to this joint meeting between Dilsukhnagar Toastmasters and Secunderabad Toastmasters. So, thank you everyone for taking out time on this place. And speaking of Dilsukhnagar and Secunderabad, if you just take out few words from it, Dil from Dilsukhnagar and Se from Secunderabad. It forms Dil Se. So today's agenda of meeting, the agenda of today's meeting is, I'd encourage everyone to speak from the bottom of your heart, and that's the agenda. And I encourage you all to follow this hashtag Dil Se. Close, right? And speaking of the joint meet between our clubs, the last time we met was in the month of October last year. And one interesting fact which I observed was that we had our joint meet right after the area contest. So if I vividly remember, on 30 October, we had an area contest, and on 31st, we had our joint meeting. I think we followed the same pattern now itself. Again, yesterday itself, we had our area contest, and today we are having the joint meeting. So if we follow this trend, I think our next meeting will fall again on the October 2022, right? I sincerely hope it doesn't happen and we have more free. Our frequency of these joint meetings is more and more in the coming meetings. Anyways, so enough of the talking, right? Now let's get into the show. So before we dive into the sea of attitude, which is the theme of today's meeting, let us acknowledge the presence of the higher officials present in today's meeting. And to start with, we have our division director, Toastmaster Haripriya, who has taken out time from her busy schedule of organizing area contest and the planning for the division conference. So let us hear a few words from herself. So hi, Toastmaster Haripriya. It's a pleasure to have you at our joint meeting.
Hello, hi Rajeev. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me. Actually, it was not required as it's my home club itself. That's what I always tell. That's okay. So yes, I'm just excited to be part and I'm excited that today I'm going to be a speaker after a long time. So yeah, that's it and all the best. And I'm very happy that DNTM and STM both together have come up. It's a very good initiative and it's good that each other are supporting and helping each other to conduct the meetings and helping the entire community. So yeah, let's have a wonderful meeting. Over to you, Sajiv.
Yeah, thank you, Haripriya, for your kind words. And as I said, they'll say, don't forget this hashtag, everyone. Yeah, so with that, I think I saw Sandeep also has joined the club growth director. Let me check.
No, actually, it was me who was using his account.
Okay, no problem then. Right, so with that, friends, so let's begin the meeting. And as you might have seen in the poster, the theme of today's meeting is power of attitude. So speaking of attitude, so recently I saw a post on WhatsApp status where somebody in quotes has written that your attitude may hurt me, but mine will kill you. And there was this cooling glass emoji, as you can see over here. This one, as you can see right from right. So there's how nowadays people personify attitude as. So is this the right way of representing attitude, or is there another interpretation of this word attitude? So let us find out from the host of the day. So to give a brief introduction about him, so he was the president of two clubs in the same tenure. That is, he was the president of the Secunderabad Toastmasters and at the same time TCS Maitri as well. And he is currently the immediate past president of the DNTM club. So when asked about his personality in the club, he was known as the motivator in the DNTM club. So please join hands to welcome the host of the day, or in Toastmasters language, we call Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Venu.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Rajeev. It's a good introduction. My dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and warm welcome to the meeting. So let me share about the meeting process and meeting flow. This meeting is divided into three segments. The first segment is the prepared speeches. The prepared speeches will prepare the speeches based on the speech objectives. And with the help of mentors, they'll draft the speech and they deliver it. And second segment is a table topics. It is impromptu speeches. In this segment, even members as well as guests also can participate and they can give impromptu speeches. And third segment is an interesting segment, that is the evaluation segment. In this segment, all the role players and evaluators will get a feedback on their performance today session, and they can improve and implement in the next session. That is called evaluation segment. Now, let's go with the theme of that meeting. There's a power of attitude. So I use this theme because I implement it, because whatever I implement, I'll talk it. So You know, all the sports persons, world-class athletes, producers, directors, do you know what technique they use? The positive attitude. With the positive attitude, they'll move forward in their life. Okay. And if you see, all movie directors, they'll visualize their success and collections, and they think, they'll act, and they'll become a success. If you see Barack Obama, when he was in college, he visualized he want to become a first black president of America. And he has acted on it on daily basis. Within 20 years, he became a president of America. He was the first black president. And if you see Steve Jobs, when he was studying in a college, he said, this is not my goal, studying and get a job. My goal is to bring a world-class products, innovative products. Within 10 years, he could be able to achieve it with a positive approach. If you see in India, Mukesh Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani, he said, all Indians, I'll reach out to each and every Indian. They should become my customers. Today, directly or indirectly, we all becoming customers of Reliance. This is all positive approach. With positive attitude, we can become success. Let me share my own example. In 1999, almost 23 years back, IT field just started. Okay, I fixed my goal to go to US. Okay, then later found out I don't have required qualification. I don't have required skill set, but I fixed my goal to go to US. There's no question. And I acquired required qualification, acquired required skill set. Within 5 years, I learned in US because of my positive attitude. It's not going to US. I got opportunity to work with the best brains in the world. I got opportunity to work with the world-class companies, world-class corporate companies. Is because if you have a positive approach, we can achieve it. Within 5 years, whatever goal you fix it, you can achieve it. So now let us go with the meeting process. The first segment, that is interesting segment, the prepared speeches. And our first speaker is Toastmaster Raja. Is a finance graduate, is doing research in the finance. And so before inviting a speaker, let me invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Yashwanth, to read out his speech objective. Toastmaster Yashwanth.
Sir, G has to be introduced first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So, so before going to the prepared speeches, let me call upon our GE, Toastmaster RamaRao. So let me introduce Toastmaster RamaRao. When he has joined as a guest, he come to know, he understood, here is a positive environment. There's no discrimination. Then immediately fall out become a fan of a Toastmaster. Then he joined Toastmaster Club. So he is none other than Toastmaster RamaRao. Over to RamaRao.
Thank you. Thank you, TMOD Venu. The mission of Toastmasters is to make a positive learning possible. Positive learning is possible only when there is a feedback. Not a positive feedback, a feedback which is genuine. That is being offered in a Toastmasters meeting. So to give this feedback and to see that everyone improves in their communication and leadership skills, I'm not alone. I'm with a team which will monitor different factors. So what are the different factors? It is the timer who will watch the timing of the meeting, the accounter who will count the ahs and ums which we use as filler words, and a grammarian who gives flavor to our language, who says this is your positive thing about your language and these are the improvements possible in your language. So who are they? Let me invite the timer first. Timer TM Sivaram. Over to you, TM Sivaram, to explain your roles and responsibilities.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I am Sivaram. As timer, it's my responsibility to indicate the speakers with amount of time they have left with help of green, yellow, and red card. For icebreaker speech, you will get time from 1 to 2 minutes. After completion of 1 minute, I will show green card. After completion of 1 minute 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. And after completion of 2 minutes, I will show red card. For prepared speeches, you will get time from 5 to 7 minutes. At completion of 5 minutes, I will show green card. At completion of 6 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at completion of 7th minute, I will show red card. For icebreaker speeches, you will get time from 4 to 6 minutes. At completion of fourth minute, I will show green card. At completion of 5th minute, I will show yellow card. And completion of 6th minute, I will show red card. For evaluations, you will get time from 2 to 3 minutes. At completion of 2 minutes, I will show green card. At completion of 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will show yellow card. And at completion of 3rd minute, I will show red card. After red card, every speaker will get 30 seconds of grace period. For example, after red, there is extra 30 seconds. If you speak more than 30 seconds, that is, you speak for 31st second, you're considered as disqualified. And there will be no indication given after red card. Thank you. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you. Thank you, Timer Sivaram, for explaining your role very well. Just a small correction. It is for table topics, it is 1 to 2 minutes. It is for icebreaker, it is 4 to 6. For other than icebreaker, it depends upon the project that the time is given. And everything else is all right. Right. Now, coming to our counter. Our counter is TM Pavan. He lives in Rajahmundry and he has pursued his BTech and looks after his father's business right now. So, but he is passionate about Toastmasters. So let me invite our counter TM Pavan. Over to you, TM Pavan.
Good morning to fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Myself Pavan, and the purpose of our counter is to note words and the sounds that are used as a.
Pavan, is it possible to switch on your video?
No, sir. Actually, some network issues are there. That's why I'm unable to switch off.
Right.
Sorry for that.
Go ahead.
Good morning to fellow Toastmasters and honored guests. Myself, Meda Pavan, and the purpose of our counter is to note down the words and the sounds that are used by any speakers that are pause fillers. And during the speech, during the meeting, I will listen the words and keep a count of inappropriate expressions such as well, so, you know, and the sounds like or. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I, this means, and it is known as a double clutcher. I will present my report when called up during the meeting. Over to you, Toastmasters of the day.
Yeah. Thank you, TM Pavan. And now I invite Toastmaster Arjun to introduce his role as grammarian.
Hi.
Toastmaster Arjun, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. In any Toastmasters meeting, we are here to improve our English speaking skills, and language without grammar does not sound as good. So as grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any improper language and also take note of any outstanding uses of language, like a few words or phrases. And that is the first job. My second job is to give everybody an exercise as a word of the day, so that you can bend your thoughts or maybe bend your speeches, whatever you have prepared or table topics, to make use of this word. So the word of the day today is tumultuous, which is, I've left it in the chat, which means very agitated and very disturbed, tumultuous. So an example usage of this would be that their relationship was very tumultuous, or the sea is very tumultuous. And I'll be back at the report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Yeah, idiom of the day, please.
Oh, you want idiom of? I haven't thought of it. Idiom of the day would be
fine, forget it.
Chalk and cheese. The idiom of the day is chalk and cheese, which means that you're comparing two things which cannot be compared, like comparing apples and oranges. It's also an idiom.
Please post it in the chat. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. So now this is my tag team, and apart from these three, I have got two evaluators whom I'll be introducing at the end of the meeting when you are in the evaluation session. And now over to the TMOD to continue the journey.
Thank you, Toastmaster RamaRao. Okay, so let's go to first segment, that is a prepared speeches, and first speaker. So is, as I said, he is a student. He is doing research and finance. And before calling upon, let me invite his speaker, Toastmaster Yashwanth, read out speech objectives.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Mr. Venu. Today, Toastmaster Raja is going to present his L1 P1 speech, and that is called Icebreaker. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speaking. So his speech title is Experiences Matter. Experiences matter. Over to Toastmaster of the day, Venu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yashwanth. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me. Welcome, Toastmaster Raja. Toastmaster Raja, are you there? Are you ready? Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Just a minute. So, your speech title is Experience Matter. Experience Matter, Toastmaster Raja. Over to you.
Am I audible properly?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Experiences shape who we are. We all have certain phases in life where everything seems to be going downhill. However, in hindsight, we realize that those very experiences provided an excellent opportunity to reinvent ourselves. For some, it's about dealing with difficult relationships. For others, it's about landing at the right job. And for me, it was about preparing for IIT entrance exam back in 2013. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I was born and brought up in Hyderabad. My father is a retired government servant and my mother is a homemaker. Being the only child to my parents, I was pampered a lot. My parents never compromised on my education. For example, my father has foregone an important promotion to avoid transfer. I was a carefree child until something unexpected happened in my class 5. I stood first in the class and everyone, including me, was surprised. Our school printed the names of top 4 rankers on the report card, and there I saw my name in bold letters. I was also given a badge that read class topper. Here is that badge for you. I wore it as a badge of honor. Somehow that instant, that experience ignited the competitive spirit in me. Moving on, when I was in class 10, my school offered to provide IIT coaching. I had to stay in a hostel for the first time, and that was a nightmare to me. My experience was like that of Ishant Avasthi in the movie Tare Zameen Par. I used to spend all the time with myself and did not speak to anyone. When my parents visited me for the first time, I burst out in tears. Somehow that incident had a lasting impact on me, and even today, I resist the idea of going abroad. My mother helped me in getting adjusted to the hostel environment. She used to call me every day in the evening, and talking to her was a relieving experience. Moving on, when I was in class 12, the competition increased manifold. We used to have a mock exam every weekend, and I used to be ranked in the bottom quartile of the class. I was not used to that kind of experience. I wanted to do well in each and every exam, but somehow I couldn't. And this pressure to outperform others, this pressure to do well in every exam got better of me. This pressure impacted my sleep pattern. I could not sleep well the night before every exam. And this trouble with sleep continued till the day of final exam. I can say that this was a tumultuous experience in my life. So in hindsight, when I revisit that period, I feel that I was too attached to the end result. And this whole experience taught me the importance of detachment in life. My parents have extended all possible support during this period. However, my 17-year-old self did not know how to handle stress. The key learning from this phase was to be detached in life. We have to do our best. We have to do everything to reach our goals. However, we should not the thought of final result should not bog us down. This key teaching of being detached in life helped me do well in my college life. I joined IIT Hyderabad to pursue bachelor's degree in electrical engineering. Based on my class tour experience, this time I chose to focus on the process rather than on the end result. I stood second in my department and joined Qualcomm as an associate engineer. After working with Qualcomm for 1 year, I decided to make a career transition into finance. I then pursued MBA from XLRA Jamshedpur. Once again, I stood second in my department, and this time I was given this medal. After finishing up my MBA, I worked with Citibank for 1 year. After seeing both engineering and management roles, I decided that academia would be a better place for me. Currently, I'm pursuing doctoral studies in finance at the Indian School of Business. So being part of research community, we get to attend conferences often. I joined Toastmasters to master presentation skills. Not only that, I want to learn from the experiences of fellow Toastmasters because at the end of the day, experiences matter. I conclude with my favorite verse from the second chapter of the Gita, in which Lord Krishna says, I quote, Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalehe turbo mate sangosta karmani. Meaning, your right is to work only, but not to the fruits thereof. May you not be motivated by the fruits of action, nor let your attachment be towards an action. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja. Really, it is an inspiring story. I don't think it's the first icebreaker speech. I'm feeling jealous of you. When I was giving icebreaker speech, I was shivering, shaking. There's no words. Today, you're so confident and competent speaker. You have a great life in Toastmaster journey. Thank you. Okay. Now let's go to next speaker. She's a divisional director and yoga trainer and practicing law. And she's well known Toastmaster. She is none other than Toastmaster Hari. Before calling upon, let me invite Toastmaster Navnith to lay down speech objectives of Toastmaster Haripriya. Over to you, Toastmaster Navnith.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Venu. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, as well as Ghostmasters who are behind the camera. I feel if you switch on the camera, it will give the energy to the speaker. Please do that. Today, Toastmaster Haripriya is going to attempt her first speech from the first project of level 5 from the pathway leadership development. The objective of the speech is to demonstrate her leadership quality while planning, organizing any project. Time of the day, Toastmaster Sivaram, please note that the time allotted for this speech is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Haripriya. Over to Toastmaster's day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Navnith. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me. Welcome Toastmaster Haripriya. Toastmaster Hari, are you there? You master,
Yes.
can you
hear me clearly?
Yes, you are visible now. So her speech title is Mould-it. Mould-it. Toastmaster Haripriya, over to you.
Okay, I don't see the timer cards actually. Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Long ago, when I was traveling along with my father, I was heading to my college. It is not the first time Obviously, it is every day. I notice one key element, a common element always in him. He gives or donate some or the other thing at the platform or at the station or at the traffic signal to the needy. And they will not only be the students of any college who are asking for donations or children giving them food, and also the transgender. I say, finally, one time, second time, third time is fine. Why every day? What is it so important? He said me two things. One is they are needy, they are underprivileged. You get what you want in your life, but not they. They need every day. We have to help them. If you don't help them, then you're not helping yourself. That was the first statement. Second statement, he stated that children are very tender at their age. We have to mold them during the childhood itself. And how to mold them is education, which they are not receiving it. So remember, education is the most important one to give these people. That day I realized not the importance of my education, but also the education importance to everyone. That's why my intent of this project is to giving back to society. Volunteering is the positive impact which we give, which will also include the peace and the development of the community. My intent towards here is to train and develop the Devna School of Blind. And why? Because they are the needy, they need the education. The tool which I am using for them is speechcraft, and I am going to groom them in the public speaking, which will in turn help them for transformation of the journey in their life, which will be useful for the college days as well as the entire professional career. We have divided into 8 segments. I consist of nearly 2 teams, myself and my mentor. The first session which we are planning is the icebreaker, which is very, very important and the key one to introduce yourself to anyone in the entire segment. And the second one is nothing but voice modulation, which we want to train them how to tune up. The third is nothing but the art of public speaking, the designing, the body, the conclusion, and everything. Most essential and the heart of Toastmasters. You have to be able to take the evaluation as well as give the evaluation to continuous improvement. Next 2 sessions are related to the contest, which we are planning for them into table topics segment and a paper presentation. It depends which one they want to select. The final is nothing but the another type of an impromptu segment as felicitation. Why felicitation is it will encourage each and every individual, not just the students, including the youngsters, we as well the elder people. When we give this felicitation, that's what essence of entire segment, and the duration is for the 8 weeks. Therefore, friends, why do you think this particular education I have selected for this particular school, that is Devna School of Blind? As soon as I received from my mentor that you are going to train them, please take out time from your schedule, I quickly jumped in. As I stated, giving back to the community and society is the key for me. Hence, I say that with the help of this helping them, I am actually helping myself. The motive of hunger of learning and development towards these segments and teaching these people who are enthusiastic and energetic, that is what gives me the encouragement to train and as well continue my journey in serving the community. Rightly stated by author, people have received 2 hands. As we grow older, we realize that one hand is to helping ourselves, the another hand is to help others. Therefore, I am here to utilize my both hands.
Thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Haripriya. So what an inspiring story. And normally people will do all these kind of things after retirement, but you are doing at the young age, starting of your career, really inspiring to many youngsters, all the people here. Thank you, and it's a great inspiring speech. Okay, now before going to next segment, let me talk about my theme of the day, that is power of attitude. You all know sports person Yuvraj Singh, Manisha Koirala, and they have common, and Sanjay Dutt. They have one common attitude. Can you guess what is a common ailment? They have common ailment. They suffer with a common ailment. It's a cancer. So when the cancer was detected, I saw all of these three people interviews in the YouTube. They came out of the hospital. They said, "We will win over this ailment. We'll have victory over this ailment." And within 1 year, span of 1 year, or some people span of 2 years, again they declared in the news, now we are out of cancer. Just because of positive attitude. If you fix your goal with your positive attitude and you will act on it, you will achieve the goal. If you know Amitabh Bachchan, everyone of us knows Amitabh Bachchan. He has suffered health problems. And he lost all money, wealth, home, everything. When he said he lost everything, health and wealth, he declared, "I'll come back." Now now Amitabh Bachchan acquired all his properties, which is lost. He is one of the fittest person in the industry at the age of late 80s, late 70s. That is a goal, positive attitude. Let me explain my own experience on this one of the ailment. 10 years back, I was sick and I got hospitalized. Then doctors find out my glucose levels is crossed borders and is very high. They nothing is there, prescribe the drugs. Okay, fine. When I came to home, I teared out the prescription. I don't use. I'll win over this ailment. Then I fixed my goal. Within 3 months, I want to win over this ailment. After 3 months, I went to doctor, check up all this thing. Now there's glucose. I'm fit. All parameters perfect. Because I fixed my goal to come out of this ailment. Within 3 months, I win over this ailment. Because I planned it, acted on it, changed my diet, my change fitness. Last 10 years, I'll go with all reports that the same doctor. Do you want to prescribe any medicines? I said, okay. He said, no. Because I fixed my goal, the positive approach and with positive attitude. So before going to next segment, let me talk about third segment, how it will be. I'll be, the speakers will be in the art seat with the positive, about positive attitude. So we will focus these two speakers in the third segment. And let me introduce the table topic master.
Before that, can we launch the poll for best speaker?
Yes. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So I'm launching the poll. Poll has been launched.
I request everyone to please do, and even the speakers can vote for themselves. Let's take 10 more seconds to do this. Yeah, it's still showing 3 people having votes. Okay, I think. Yeah, so Senthil, you can leave it.
Yeah, poll has been ended. Thank you.
Yeah, over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeev. Our next role player, table topping master. He is a business development manager in a private firm, and he joined Toastmaster to become a better version of himself. He is none other than a Toastmaster Mohan from a Secunderabad Toastmasters Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me welcome a Toastmaster Mohan.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Venu sir, for the introduction. And good morning, all the Toastmasters and my dear guests. And now, actually, we got into the most exciting part of today's meeting, which is the table topic session. Okay, you can also call it the impromptu session or unprepared session. So for the benefit of the guests, let me just tell you about the table topic session. Like, why do we have this session? What is the importance of this session? So actually, my dear guests, Toastmasters is a wonderful platform, which gives all the members of the club and also the guests of the club an opportunity, to come and randomly talk on any random topic. Okay, so here you'll be given a chance to speak on any topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, we actually prefer guests in this session to come up and just like participate. So we have prepared few topics for today's meeting. I would encourage all the guests to volunteer yourself for this interesting session. So can I just request any guests to nominate yourself and participate in this table topic session?
Oh, let's go with the members first.
Yes, sir. Okay, then let us invite one of the members of the club to volunteer themselves, so that guests will get that confidence so that they will come next. Can I request any of the members?
Yeah, I think Navnith raised his hand.
Toastmaster Navnith, winner of area.
Okay. Yeah, Toastmaster Navnith, I request you to select any number from 1 to 8.
1 + 8, 9 divided by 2, 4.5. I'll go with 4.
Great. Toastmaster Navnith, your topic will be, how do you handle tough times in your life? Toastmaster Navnith, how do you handle tough times in your life?
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. The last 2 years, pandemic period, it was a tough time for everyone, including me. I lost my cook, maid, and nanny as well. And imagine what I have to do. I thought, instead of outsourcing it, why don't I pitch in my home chores and start doing all the things? I started doing, which I haven't done till now. But let me tell you, if you want to do anything, and if you do it for next 1 month or 2 months, you will get expertise in that. You will come to know something new that you can do it. What I did, I started thinking how to mop my house in minimum period of time, so that it is easy for my better half. It was simple for me. I can do the copy as it is what my maid used to do, but I didn't do. I just sprinkle the water around my house with Dettol in it, and just mop it with the new mopping which I purchased from the big basket. That way, my wife realized this is a very easy thing that we can do by ourselves. The story doesn't end here. When my cook didn't come, I thought, let me help my wife, though I do not know anything except boiling the milk. I said, let me learn. I started YouTube, learning from my wife, and it's easy to make anything. The only thing after that, I have to eat myself. Other will not eat. The message is, anything is there, we can do it. Only thing, it requires interest out of it. Whenever tough time comes, I do not fear that whether I can do it or not, or whether I have done it or not. The only thing I try, how I can do it, how I can make it different from others, so that I can sprinkle some innovations, and work should be simple. As an engineer or as a doctor, our life is to make others' life simple. First of all, I try to make my life simple with the help of innovative ideas. Over to Toastmaster of the day. Sorry, table topic of the day.
A big round of applause to Toastmaster Navnith. Great speech, Navnith, I would say, because we all can relate to that, because we have all gone through that phase during the COVID. So thank you so much. And now can I request any of our guests to come friend and participate in the session?
Esther has raised her hand.
Yes, sir. Okay. Hi, good morning, Esther.
Good morning.
Your topic will be, I would request you to select any of the numbers from 1 to 8 except 4.
Except 4, yeah. Since I'm going first from the list of guests, so I'll take number 1.
Number 1, great. Esther, your topic will be, what is your favorite book and why did you like it so much? Esther, what is your favorite book and why did you like it so much? Yes, Esther, please go ahead.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to take one book out because there are so many good writers and there's a lot of stuff available in the books, and the bookish knowledge is so that we just cannot come out of it. It's like it's so practical, it's so real, and it just stays with us. And at this point of time, choosing one book is very, very difficult for me. But yes, so given from the list of books, yes, I would like to take one book which really inspired me a lot while I was growing up. So my mother was the person who introduced me to this book at that time when I was in my 8th standard. She has given me a book. I am very sure that all of us know this book. It is You Can Win by Shiv Khera. So she has just handed me over that book and then she asked me, you go through this book. Initially, I wasn't interested into reading books or anything as such, but then I realized that I started realizing when I read that book, the first 10 pages and all, it was quite inspiring, motivating. And then I really loved that book so much. There were so many things in that. And this was something that I liked. It's a book which talks about a lot of values that one person can hold about oneself, and how do they break all the shells and then just achieve a lot of things just with the help of values that are embedded within us. So it's definitely a self-motivational book that I really liked a lot. Yeah, and yes, if anyone hasn't read that book yet, you all can read it. It's a very nice book, but I'm very sure there's nobody that will not read Shiv Khera's You Can Win or Living with Honor or You Can Sell. These are all really very good books. Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Esther, and thanks for that book suggestion. Also, we'll definitely try to read that book. And very well spoken, Esther. Thank you so much. Thanks. So, and may I request another guest to just participate? We have Altaf Naveen. Altaf Naveen, can you just give it a try?
Yes, so Santosh has raised his hand.
Toastmaster Santosh? Yeah, Toastmaster Santosh. I would request you to select any number from 1 to 8 except 1 and 4.
5. And there is no reason. It's just a random number that popped my head.
Okay, just let me read out your topic. Toastmaster Santosh, what's the best advice you have received in your life and how did it help you? Toastmaster Santosh, the best advice you have received in your life from somebody, and how did it help you?
I think every one of you might be receiving n number of advices on a daily basis from your parents, from your well-wishers, or from your teachers, everyone. Even all advices might not be of useful in nature, but some advices can be useful. But the best advice that I have got when I was undergoing a tumultuous journey during my JEE preparations, I was undergoing through a phase where my output wasn't up to the mark that I was expecting, and then my maths teacher, who knew that I had the potential, came to me and said this quote: "When going gets tough, only tough gets going." I repeat it again: when going gets tough, only tough gets going. So he explained to me, which means that if you are facing the difficulties, it means you are progressing towards something and learning something, and you should not be hardened by. You should not. I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Santosh.
So you should not be disheartened by the fact that you are unable to proceed further. Again, this is the best advice that I have heard, and I have been using the same till now. Whenever I feel I'm going through a difficult path. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Santosh, for sharing that with all of us. So now I would request. Yeah, we have got few volunteers. Mr. Anudeep, right? Toastmaster Anudeep.
Yeah, am I audible, Mohan?
Yes, Anudeep, you are audible. Yes, Anudeep, I would request you to select any of the numbers from 1 to 8, except 1, 4, 5.
I would like to select 6.
6. Toastmaster Anudeep,
can you give me a
attitude.
second? My camera is not turning on.
No problem. Without camera also you can start. Yeah, in the interest of time, just go with only one more TTM.
Yeah, sure, sir.
I guess his audio is not connected. I can see him. Yeah, he joined us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anudeep, we can continue without the camera.
Okay. I'm not
Anudeep,
sure
no
why.
problem. If you have any issues with your camera, that's okay. Yeah, Anudeep, your topic will be attitude. What does this word mean to you? What is the word attitude mean to you, Anudeep?
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. As we all know, everybody has their own definition of attitude. For me, it's something how you behave with other people. People say that I'm sorry, I'm not able to come up with anything right now.
Just give it a try, Anudeep, or else if you want me to change the topic, I can do it for you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, can I change the topic?
Yes, yes.
Toastmaster Anudeep, so your topic will be, how do you motivate yourself?
Okay. So I would like to tell an incident that in my life that I have gone through. Okay. Basically, I've graduated in the year 2020. My major was mechanical engineering. So during the lockdown, I was trying to explore other fields, one of which is computer science. So when I explored a lot, I wanted to pursue my higher studies in that field. So looking at the abroad university websites, a lot of them mention that they require a bachelor's in computer science, and so I was disheartened that not a lot of colleges take students from other majors, but I didn't give up. I crafted my SOP in such a way that uh, how it helped me in my day-to-day life and how well I was interested in that field. So I've gone through that phase, and finally I have received admit from many colleges. So I say that never give up on what you want to do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Anudeep. So since we don't have much time, this will be our last topic. So Mr. Arjun, you want to go next, right?
Yes. I want to go next.
Okay, fine. Arjun, your topic will be what qualities in people attract you the most? Arjun,
yes,
your topic.
The qualities that people attract me the most.
Yes. Please go ahead, Arjun.
The qualities in people that attract me the most. It is always a combination of power and kindness. I think that is the mythical hero that we always want. We don't want somebody who's just kind because like what our erstwhile late Vajpayee had said when the nuclear bomb was tested, Kshama Sobati us saap ko jisme garal ho, aisa something like that, which means that forgiveness only befits that snake which has venom. So when we did our Pokhran nuclear test, so you want to be formidable, you want to be scary somewhat, and you do want to inspire some kind of at least some kind of fear in somebody who decides to oppose you. But at the same time, you must have a kind heart. And all of our mythologies and all of the world's mythologies really celebrate this kind of person. Lord Ram was not somebody who was going to be taken for granted. He could have been a monster, but he was not, and that is why we celebrate him. That he was so powerful and so fearsome, but he decided to not be selfish and expansionist and all those things. So yes, those kinds of people are so rare. I mean, 1 in a million kind of people really. So that those are the kinds of people that's it.
Thank you so much, Arjun, for sharing that. So that's all for today's session. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for giving me this opportunity to conduct this table topic session. And I would also like to thank all the Toastmasters who have participated and guests for your participation. Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mohan. It's really relevant to the theme, and it's so engaging topics. And before going to the theme, so timer, all the speakers are qualified for voting.
Yes, all speakers are qualified for the voting.
Very good. So you can launch the polling. Zoom master, someone who is launching poll.
Senthil is
I'll launch the poll, sir.
Okay.
Poll launch.
Yeah, I request everyone to please do vote. Even the speakers can vote for themselves as well. Let's take 20 seconds.
Is it done?
66% voted.
Okay, so is there anyone who hasn't received a pop-up for the polls? Please do inform. Great. I think given the time constraint, let's end the poll.
Okay. Okay. So let me continue with the theme. So let me share some techniques to improve your positive approach, positive attitude. So basically, you need to read a lot of inspiring books, motivational books. Not only books, reading the books, you need to listen, videos also. And that not only this, and you can do a yoga and breathing exercise. Do breathing exercise, remove all garbage from your brain and fix your goal and plan your activities to reach your goal. That is the way you can increase your positive attitude, approach towards your goal. So these are techniques you can use it, you can achieve it. That is very simple. Okay, now in this segment, Zoom Master, can you spotlight two speakers, Toastmaster Haripriya and Toastmaster Raja? Zoom Master, yeah, Toastmaster Haripriya and Toastmaster Raja. Yes, yeah, now there is something like you need to share with your positive attitude. Now, Toastmaster Haripriya, can you share your example, your experience of positive attitude in your life?
Thank you so much, Venu. Actually, I'm surprised what exactly is happening because this segment is pretty new for me. So if I want to share about my positive attitude of my journey is, since childhood, I really had a lot of proud on my beauty since childhood. So that's what I used to believe, that none is beautiful as me in college and school as well. In between, when intermediate, I got a big lesson. I grown up huge all of a sudden just because I was having the junk food outside in college. That's where everything got haywire. I had completely the entire pimples on my face and no exercise as well in my journey over during the college days. I was just having fun eating and roaming around, nothing else than that. After a year, I realized that yes, this is actually temporary. We have to maintain this beauty. And I see that a lot of comments coming up from the other side, the family side, the friend side, everywhere. And it took almost 5 years to lose my weight. And took 5 years to remove all the pimples on my face. That's where I turned myself inside out. And I cleared myself that this is not what you have to be proud of. You have to be proud of your inner feeling. You have to be proud of your kindness, but not about your beauty. Yes, you should admire the beauty, but never be proud of it. So that's what positive change which I took when I was in college days. Yeah.
That's good. Good, Toastmaster Haripriya. It's really a good story from your journey. Okay. Now, next is Toastmaster Raja. Can you share your positive attitude approach in your life, which resulted?
Yeah, thank you, Venu. So I think over time I learned to handle failure well. mean, when I was in class 9 or 10, I did not know how to handle failure and even success for that matter. I would get too proud at times, too arrogant. And I mean, based on my class 12 experience, again, it taught me the importance of humility in life. At times we win, at other times others win. Even when we lose, we should be in a position to embrace the success of others. I think that approach to success, like even when we lose, accepting our shortcomings has helped me do well over a period of time. And like whatever tips you have given, I'm doing already. Like I do yoga every day in the morning. I see the benefits. I've been doing it for the last 1 year almost. I see the benefits.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Raja. Yeah, both are insightful stories, Toastmaster Haripriya and Toastmaster Raja. Thank you, both of you. Okay, so okay, now let's go to next segment. That is a general evaluation of the role players. So over to Toastmaster RamaRao.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. To conduct the evaluation of the session, first we have to evaluate the speakers for their prepared speeches. So I invite Toastmaster Yashwanth to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Raja. Over to you, Toastmaster Yashwanth.
Yeah, thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster RamaRao Garu. So, see, the goal is not to be a perfect. The goal is not to be a perfect by the end. See, the goal is to be better by tomorrow. So this should be the thought while giving the evaluation feedback, or while receiving the feedback by me to Toastmaster Raja. See, Toastmaster Raja, you are champion. The first speech you have given, the inspiring story you have added in it. Actually, I didn't have any feeling that first time you are attempting this ice-breaking speech. So this is very, very positive part. So actually, I am also facing difficulty what kind of feedback I need to give. But since the feedback is the breakfast of the champion, so I need to give, and there is always chance to become a better. Yeah. So like in your speech, you have given the example of like Tare Jameen Par, again, importance of reattachment. And I have heard one word like follow on the process, not on the end result. So that word, actually, I belongs to also some corporate. So that word I listen from the top, corporate leaders. Generally, they address the large crowd and they tell, please please follow on the process, not on the end result. So really, I was feeling that you are very mature and your speech was also, very, very much mature kind of thing. See, challenge, or you can say you may work upon, I felt little bit your voice modulation you should improve on a little bit on your voice modulation. And the meantime, you took some pause. So you need to work upon that also, because any crowd you are addressing and you are taking the pause means the feedback will go to the audience that maybe little bit you confused or something like that. And the second, this area of improvement, I can say the content was very good. And this content, you could connect the audience at large. So the proportionate of the content, you could not able to connect, the audience much. Because the content was very good and very high quality content. You had the Gita quote you have mentioned in the end of your speech. That was very high quality. But you could connect more to the audience through that quality of content. So thank you very much. Over to General Evaluator RamaRao Garu.
Now, let me invite Toastmaster Navnith. But before inviting him, let me tell that he has joined Toastmasters as if he has joined a college. And he thought, I'll just complete my journey in 2 years, I'll complete blah, 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 and I'll jump out. But after joining Toastmasters, he understood that this is not a journey of 2 years or 3 years, it's a lifetime journey. And the potential of Toastmasters is immense, which cannot be taken even in a lifetime. Over to you, Toastmaster Navnith, to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Haripriya.
Can you pin speaker as well? Thank you. Shall I start timer?
Please go ahead.
Leaders are made, not born. This is what I have been heard, but today you have shown me that is truth. Your father has made you a leader by showing his gestures during your childhood. Great father and great son. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters, my dear guest. My evaluation will be in 3 parts. First part, commendation. Second part, recommendation. And third part, conclusion. Coming to the commendation part, you have a great vision, and that is the best part is consistency. What you have shown, or what you have seen in the childhood, that you have to help to the needy people, you did it at this age. I give 100 marks on your vision point. Second point, as a great leader, you are consistent. Since you have chosen to help the society who are unprivileged, who are unprivileged, and you continue the same thing. Sometimes what happens, we think that I have to do this engineering, and just because I didn't get the engineering, I will switch over to management. You didn't do that. You decided that you have to help those people, those who are not sufficient money. You did it. Third point, planning. I love your planning attitude. You have categorized all the 8 segments that you are planning to convince to give to your blind children. Not only that, you are going to give those things which you are in master in that. That shows you are doing your profession and personal thing both hand to hand. You will love to doing all those things because you are a part of Toastmasters and you are going to do the same thing to with the blind people. Undoubtedly, that job will be fantabulous. Coming to the second part, that is the commendation part. Even the world champion in public speaking have a room for improvement. So nothing to worry. First part, as a part of this speech or this project, we need to form a team for helping this project. You have formed a team, 2 people, but I was eager to listen what was the contribution of the second people. As a leader, always we should appreciate their contribution and we should speak about them. I was missing at that point. I wish you could have told about what he or she has given to your team. Second point, guidance team. As a part of this project, we must have a guidance team which can guide throughout our project planning. I have not heard of this. I'm sure that you will have this guidance team. And the best part of your project is, since it is related to Toastmaster, you can have a people from Toastmaster fraternity, like previous IPP or district directors, so that they can guide you very well. Overall, it was a nice topic. I motivated the way you are doing, and this is something great. As Venu said that you are doing all those things at this age, those people are saying after retirement. You are good in your vision, consistency, and planning. And if you work on a little bit of team and guide, you would succeed in this project. I would challenge in your project to work on the other people. As a leader, we always think about the others. If even though he or she do something, we need to appreciate their project, contributions. Over to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Navnith. And now let me call upon Timer Sivaram to give his report. Timer Sivaram.
Yes, so I would like to share the results. As we can see, good news is everyone is qualified. TM Raja took 4 minutes 47 seconds, and TM Haripriya took 5 minutes 13 seconds. In table topics, TM Navnith took 1 minute 30 seconds, and guest Esther took 1 minute 47 seconds. TM Santosh took 1 minute 39 seconds. Anudeep took 1 minute 27 seconds, and Arjun took 1 minute 30 seconds. Coming to evaluations, TM Yashwanth Singh took 3 minutes, 15 seconds, and TM Navnith took 3 minutes, 7 seconds. So these are the results and everyone is qualified. Thank you. And over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, TM Sivaram, for the elaborate report. Now over to TM Pavan for his report as R counter. TM Pavan. Toastmaster Pavan Reddy.
Yes, sir. 1 second.
Yeah.
What a great session this is by speakers and the table topics masters. And I'm presenting my report. Toastmaster speaker 1 Raja, he said 1 well and 1 soap. And speaker Haripriya said 2 hours, 2 soaps and 2 buds. And while coming to table topics, Toastmasters Navnith had repeated 4 hours, 1 soap, and Easter Daya said 7 hours, 2 soaps and 2 buds. And Santosh gave 2 hours and 1 bud. And Toastmaster Anudeep said 4 hours and 3 soaps. And Arjun Rao said 7 hours and 2 soaps and 1 bud. And over to you, General Evaluator to RamaRao ji.
Yeah, thank you. Now over to our grammarian, Toastmaster Arjun, for his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster RamaRao. During the report, during the session, only at least 1 speaker had used it, and I'm very happy about that. The Toastmaster Raja used the word of the day, yes, so which is good. For good uses of grammar during the meeting that I observed that Toastmaster Raja had used the words hindsight, foregone, also the idioms. It was really good idioms and good words were sprinkled throughout the speech. Got the better of me, Bob is down. All these are examples of idiomatic English. Toastmaster Yashwanth mentioned this phrase or quotation, I guess. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. About the improper uses of grammar, which might need a little bit work. There was a lot of native influence in English, and for example, this is how, because when we translate from our native language to English, this is the types of uses that come. If anything is there, then we can do it. I am also facing difficulty. I belongs to corporate. You could not able to connect. Duration is for 8 weeks. All these things are common when you are just getting out of your vernacular language. So all these things will improve over time, but so I'm not really making a big deal of it. Other than that, the tool I am using for them is I am using the tool of speech. Education is the one to give. Like education is what I will give. Not only and also should have been not only but also. And overall, that's it. That's it for my grammar report. Back to the general.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. So now I will present my report on the overall meeting experience. I will concentrate more on the improvement part in the interest of time, rather than commending for everyone for their fantastic job. All was extremely well. The meeting started at 10:34, 4 minutes behind the schedule. And let the feedback be Dilse, as our PO has said. So definitely, when it is Dilse, it will definitely touch the heart, either in positive aspect or negative aspect. So PO Senthil Kumar. And so the pitch of Sergeant at Arms should have added more energy to the meeting. That was a bit lacking. It was just reading the pitch. It should be energetic. And PO Senthil Kumar should have sounded more proactive in his approach. He was acting low. That could have added energy to the meeting. And PO Rajeev has touched the hearts by saying Dilse. That's understood. And Timer had a fumble. in the beginning. So I recommend that he should have a dry run practice before going for the pitch. And the same holds good for the grammarian too. He should have had a dry run before going for the final pitch so that he could have prepared well. He forgot to give the idiom of the day. And there's no last minute rush. Okay, you don't have to do everything in the last minute. We have enough time in Toastmasters. There's nothing to hurry about anything. And coming to the prepared speeches, Toastmaster Raja has given a personal touch to everyone's life by giving his own experience. That's what is the beauty of Toastmasters, and every Toastmaster loves to understand or to experience the experience of others in their life. And Toastmaster Haripriya has delivered an excellent speech about the leadership quality and what someone has to do. It's very good. But a completed task would connect than a planned task. So that's always a better one. So it's a planned task, so the connection is less. And I hope the objective of the project is met because she has completed in 5 minutes, wherein she had 2 more minutes to actually complete the entire objective of the speech. TTM has given very good creative topics, but TTM has to remember that he is not supposed to analyze any speech or give any credentials to a speech that it was wonderful, it's really good, really applaud. No credential should be given. You should only say a good speech for every speech. Every speech is a good speech. We know that, right? Why? It is because the analysis of the TTM will influence the poll. So people will think that, okay, TTM is saying it's a good speech, so let us vote for that. That should not happen. So let it come from Dilse of every person who is going for the ballot. Okay, so that's one thing. And though we love to encourage each other, we should not change the topics. Never ever do that. If someone has failed in doing so, that means he has failed in giving the impromptu. There are no hard feelings on this. He has failed to give that impromptu. So next week they will come with a better preparation for impromptu. If we change the topic, then we are losing the tempo of the meeting. TMOD, it's wonderful job. And the final touch, it is the innovative method which we see very rarely. That was interactive. He made an interactive approach to his theme of the day. That was really wonderful. Evaluator 1, Yashwanth, could have spent more time on improvements or say recommendations rather than on commendations. And Evaluator 2 did a good job, but he was not audible in the last 1 minute, so I could not really figure out what he was trying to give as recommendations. The timer did a good job in the end. In his report, our counter, you have to remember that you should even take the count of R's and M's of the TMOD, the table topics master, and even me. You should count everyone's. You should start counting R's and M's from beginning of the meeting. The grammarian and the accounter's job doesn't start when they are being introduced. It starts right from the beginning of the meeting. They should take the count or the analysis of from the sergeant at arms. Beginning at sergeant at arms, they should give the entire meeting report. They are introduced just because it is the time to introduce, right? Okay, so that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster RamaRao. It's really, constructive feedback. We all of us received and we'll implement in our next session. And thank you, Toastmaster RamaRao, General Evaluator. Now, my theme is over. Let me hand over stage to presiding officer of the meetings, Toastmaster Senthil.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster. So before that, I think a few polls are pending. Let us.
Yes. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, you can take up. No problem.
Yes. So let's start with the best evaluator of the day. So Senthil, please release. We had 2 evaluators, and I request everyone to please do 20 seconds for this. Yes, somebody mentioned that they did not get the pop-up. So hope you have received that window, poll window.
Yes, Raj. Thank you.
Rajeev, even I have noticed it.
Oh, in that case, you can share your voting via personal DM to Senthil.
To Senthil, right? Okay.
Yeah, via personal.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
You close the poll?
Yeah, you can close it. Yeah, we'll move on to the next one, that is best role player one. It is with the shortest stage time in session. Yeah, we had 4 role players today, tag team plus Sergeant. Please vote for the best. So Mohan, did you receive the pop-up now or
Yes,
still
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, received.
But I think in the interest of time, we can end this poll as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now the last poll, that is best role player 2. It's between longest stage time. And we have 3 such people today. Please vote for the best. And that as well.
The vote?
Yes. Right. So thank you. With that, polling is done. So friends, so with that, we have come to the near end of the meeting. And before that, let us take a moment to appreciate our host of the day, Toastmaster Venu, for conducting the theme of the day successfully. So thank you, Toastmaster Venu, for sharing your perspective on the theme, that is power of attitude, and for sharing and in your own style, with the help of sharing the stories which gave out a message of how to have a positive outlook in our life. So that was the takeaway for me, and I hope that was the takeaway for all the audience as well. So friends, so this is how a typical Toastmaster meeting looks like. We have a prepared speech segment, followed by the impromptu speaking, and then the evaluation, and a theme runs parallelly along with all these themes, along with all these segments. So I hope everyone enjoyed today's meeting, and all the speakers also followed my request at the start of, that is to follow this tagline, and all the speakers who have come onto the stage spoke from the bottom of heart, and I'm very happy for that. And with that, I hope we have more such Dilse meetings in the future. And given that everything is open up, maybe we can have an offline meet soon, so we can plan something from next month onwards. So with that, I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Senthil to take the feedback from the guests and announce the awards for the polls conducted.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rajeev. It was a wonderful meeting today. We had a lot of energetic and positive vibes throughout the meeting. Let me get the feedback from guest Esther. Would you like to give feedback?
Esther, I think you're on mute.
Yeah. Was I being called out? Yes, Senthil. I'm sorry, I missed the last line.
No, would you like to give a feedback of how was the meeting?
About the meeting, Senthil? Yes. It was really very good, and I really enjoyed all the speeches from the beginning till the end. Every speech has had its own learning to take from, and I love all the parts. Each and every speaker that spoke today, I was able to connect with everybody. Something I was able to connect with all the topics and everything, and I could see there's a very good integration and a segregation that's been made in a very orderly manner. And I was just seeing, I used to think that, okay, because I'm into soft skills field, I felt that, okay, we are doing almost really very good, outstanding. But when I saw this one, I'm seeing how properly planned it is and organized it is, and how each and everything was happening. Because initially when I logged in, I was just thinking, okay, maybe people will join little later, or there is nothing like time or anything like that. But as soon as the meeting started, my God, time was the most important factor. And time was just, it's like not time is running behind us. We are, it's not like time, is actually pushing us to do things or anything. We are actually making the time to stay at one place, and we are taking control of the time, is what I understood in this meeting, which I really loved. And I think I would definitely use this one in my work place as well. Yeah. And really an outstanding session. I liked all the speeches and everyone. It was really energy packed. I could see from few of the speakers, it was so energy packed, and it was like very nice. And everybody had some message to give in their speech, something which was connecting and which was quite impactful to reach out to the audience. So this is my feedback about the meeting today, and I really liked every part of it.
Thank you, Esther.
Yeah, welcome.
Wonderful feedback. In the interest of time, first let me announce the winners of today's session. Best speaker for today.
Yeah, I can't see the certificates.
Yeah. Just a minute. Just share it.
Do you want us to guess?
Yes. Any guesses for the best speaker? It was
both.
Fight.
Tie.
Very tough fight. Both were very professional on the way they presented their speech. And the winner is Toastmaster Raja. What a wonderful speech. You really broke the ice. It was very professional. Thank you. Next, the best table topic speaker. There was a close gap between two who were very close, and the winner just won with in one vote. He won one additional vote, and the winner is none other than Toastmaster Navnith. Congratulations again.
Hey, let's go later.
Yeah, there was a close tie between you and guest Esther. She was also wonderful on her speech. Thank you. And the best evaluator for today is again Toastmaster Navnith. Thank you. The best short-term role player is the techie Toastmaster Sivaram. Congratulations, Sivaram. The best long-term role player is Toastmaster RamaRao. Congratulations. Congratulations all.
So with that, we can have an announcements from respective clubs, and then we can go to the networking session.
Yeah.
So announcements from STM is that the next week on 3rd April, we are going for a holiday on the eve of Ugadi, Telugu New Year. And on 9th and 10th of April, we have Aura Fest, division level conference. So hence we won't be having a meeting for the couple of weeks. And we'll be resuming our meets from 17th April, and preferably we are planning to go for offline meetings, but exact details will be communicated to you in our official WhatsApp. So stay tuned for that. And Senthil, you can announce yours.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, congratulations to Toastmaster Navnith. Like on yesterday's area level contest, he won the table topics. And congratulations to the ISC of STM who won area level.
Yeah, Arno. Congratulations, Toastmaster. He's not present.
Yeah. All the best, team. We have exciting announcements like for the 150th meet, we are planning something special. And we hope to see you all there. Yeah. Let me hand it over to Sergeant at Arms. Sergeant at Arms, Anusha.
Yes. I declare the so I declare the meeting closed. For the next 30 minutes, the meeting link will be open for networking session.